It's me, Tina Armour, and I'm here again to talk about release spells and why they're important, okay? Because we can release many things. So when you do a release spell, you do it on a waning moon, and I've made several videos on how to release, because release is important. It is actually sometimes more important than gaining things, okay? So we can release many things. If it's grief, if it's anxiety, if it's depression, if it's bad spending habits, if it's weight, whatever we want to release, toxic people out of our life, whatever we want to release, we can release. Okay, I grieved for 2 years myself, so I get grief. Grief is a time and a process, but by releasing my grief, I was able to move forward. Now, that does not mean I didn't love does not mean I did not love my loved one that crossed over. But I realized when my loved one crossed over, or if anyone has a loved one crossed over, what you need to realize is that it hurts them to watch you suffer. They don't want you to suffer, okay? You don't want to waste your life grieving because it's not good for you. You won't move backwards, you won't move forward, and you'll make ill-rash decisions. And like I said, when we grieve too much, our loved one's disappointed in us. And then when it comes time for us to cross over, because eventually we all will, our loved one's going to say, well, I'm disappointed in you. You wasted your whole life grieving me and you didn't live. And then you're going to regret it, okay? And holding on to negative comments does not do you any good. Just keeps you angry. Again, it's not going to keep you from moving backwards. It's not going to keep you from moving forward. It's going to keep you stagnant. I myself have suffered from anxiety and depression, and holding on to anxiety and depression is not good. It makes you make ill-rash decisions. I mean, even silly decisions. Like, I got a tattoo on my back I regret. Now I have to have it removed because of my grief and anxiety and my depression. I accumulated debt when I was depressed. Again, if anything, holding on to negative comments make me say stuff on social media that I normally wouldn't say. That's not who I was. So it made me act in a certain way. And the reason why I'm telling you my story is because I get when someone says something so horrible and so nasty and so negative. But once I released that comment, I felt a lot better about myself. I'm able to move on. I no longer suffer from anxiety and depression. I'm no longer grieving. I still love my loved one, but I'm not grieving. So I'm able to be there for people that need me. During the time of holding on to negative people and comments and depression, I lost friends, and I didn't move forward. So it's important to let go in order to move forward. It's not selfish. It's not wrong. Toxic people will make you feel like it's wrong if you don't talk to them. They'll make you feel like you owe them something, and you don't. I'm not saying don't be there for a friend. You should be there for a friend. You should help people when they're going through a hard time. There's a difference in helping people and hindering people. When you're helping someone and they're being mean to you and nasty to you and making rude comments and just, they're always nasty and negative, you need to release them to move forward. Now, I made several release videos. I suggest you go back and follow the videos on releasing. You may have to do it, 2 or 3 times, and it is always done on a waning moon, any time of the day or the night. But releasing people sometimes is the best thing we can do. We don't have to answer our phone if we know someone's going to say something nasty to us. If someone's yelling at us, we could simply hang up our phone and not answer it. We don't have to answer our door. We don't have to respond to negative people. People think, well, it's rude not to react. No, they're the ones being rude. They're the ones coming at you. You don't owe them anything, and you most certainly don't have to engage with toxic people. Because once you engage with them, your day is rolling. Your next day is rolling, and it may go on all week. And here again, you're not moving forward and you're not moving backwards. You're staying stagnant. And that toxic person, well, they're a manipulator, and that's what they do. So you got to get away from them. Holding on to bad decisions we made in the past, dwelling doesn't do us any good. It's the past. Learn from it, move forward. So when you do a release spell, you may want to release bad choices you made in the past, because if you dwell on it, you're not changing what you did. You're just dwelling. And again, you don't move forward and backwards. By releasing it, you can go back and fix what you did wrong, by releasing, letting go. So it gives you that opportunity to move forward. So when you release, you move forward, you feel better, And again, holding on to nasty comments, holding on to grief, holding on to depression, anxiety does not do you any good. Trust me, I've been down that road. The best thing I did was let people go, let the past go, and let things go in my life that no longer serve my purpose. So when you release, you may go around cleaning out your house and getting rid of junk you don't need. Maybe someone gave you something that you don't even communicate anymore with because they hurt you. So letting that item go is a good thing to do. But letting go is the best thing you can do in order to move forward from your happiness, for your happiness, so you can be happy. Keep in mind, letting go of grief does not mean you don't love your loved one that crossed over. It just means that you're moving forward, and your loved one most certainly does not want you to grieve them for many years. And I know it's hard. I know fighting depression, I know fighting anxiety is hard, but when we let go, we feel better. So may you have happiness in your life, and may you be released from any negative fear or anything in your life that no longer serves your purpose. Like I said, if it's addiction, if it's bad spending habits, there's many release videos I did that will release all that. And again, you may have to do it a couple times. It's done on a waning moon at any time of the day, but releasing is healthy. May you live a healthy, happy life, and many blessings to all.